last time you all made it off of Hakatha with the meteorite and started heading back towards home. And ran into some fun things along the way. But overall, managed to make it back in one piece without too many issues. And we're kind of told you guys were going to be questioned about what you discovered on the Tyrant ship the following day, but they would summon you when they needed to question you about it. And until then, you all were just doing your standard chores and training around the academy, which started with doing a clean and maintenance job on the flighty foundling outside of the academy. And y'all had been working for about 30-45 minutes when a shadow fell over the boat. And you looked up to see a unknown damselfly ship slow to a stop over the flighty foundling, and two very large GIF slide down ropes and onto the deck, and immediately turn towards the two that they could see the easiest, which are the two moths, and very quickly announce for everybody to get off of their ship as the damselfly continued around the academy past where you could see it. And both the GIF, wielding very large guns, pointed at the two moths. I will give Angela, Tekwe, and Trixie a single reaction, if there's anything you would like to do.
You mean that in like an actual reaction, or we can take an action in reaction to this?
You can take a action in reaction to it.
Fight or flee?
I mean, where are we gonna flee to?
They want us off, so we can just get off the ship without having to fight.
I have an idea.
What's your idea?
Which Trixie was up in the higher things. I was gonna blow the signal whistle. Maybe get some help.
If you do that, they're going to shoot you.
I trust
Okay, so-
my AC.
So if we're going back to the get off, aren't we flying in space? Like, do we have
No.
we're docked. We're docked.
You're at
the academy.
the school. So I'll take
Oh,
you
I thought you
guys-
said we had
Students.
left the school.
We haven't officially graduated. We're still students,
See.
so we can't be held responsible.
You are essentially where this ship is.
Okay. So
Oh.
yeah, this seems like someone else's problem.
Wait, are they? So you said that they're directly over us and they're aiming guns at us.
No, the ship was over you and has moved on. These two are now on the deck. One is aiming a gun at Tekwe, one is aiming a gun at Trixie. And the ship has continued around the side of the academy, moving on to something else.
Is this a test?
Did
Ekwe says telepathically to Trixie.
I don't think so.
Okay, but again, should we stay or should we go now?
You got about 30 seconds to decide, because this
Did-
is a
Fuck
little...
that. We can talk
Did-
out of character.
did bottom tech? Did
I'm trying to
bottom
get through
deck-
the rest of Academy today, so no, you can't spend too long on this.
Did bottom deck crew hear anything?
You probably would have... let me see.
I mean, two hippos dropping down on a ship.
Yeah, you would have
Oh,
heard
we're on the
the
bottom,
big
bottom.
thunks from above you, and you would have heard raised voices, but that was about it.
I'm fine with backing up, personally. We're
Okay,
not
well-
ordered to guard the ship. We're the cleaners.
We're
guess
Devilier's
tech-
walking upstairs.
Yeah, Tekwe will use that free reaction, if you will allow, to telepathically tell anyone below deck, like, hippo pirates.
Do you have to see us to do that?
I think it's just within 120 feet.
Yeah, I think it's just a range for them.
Oh, hell yeah.
Because
They-
technically, 3 Green cannot talk.
Yeah, they just use
Ah.
So that's
mandibles.
what the telepathy is supposed to be.
Clicking noises.
Yeah, so let's withdraw. No need to fight
Uh,
this.
so, am I allowed to reply to Techway?
No, because
Yes.
this is... We gotta... You guys are abusing of the fast reaction.
Okay,
Yes.
so I
Yeah,
told
you know
you,
what?
and
Hippo Pirates and Nevalier
We're
is
not
going to
abusing
start
shit,
running up the
we're
stairs.
discussing what to do.
No, this is totally fair. Like we can't expect to make decisions and
True.
whatever. Like there's so yeah, Nevalier's here's Hippo Pirates and is like, oh shit, okay, pirates.
This isn't their ship. This is the Academy ship. So I'm
It's also
Gonna-
not our ship.
yeah, but like we're part of the Academy. We kind of gotta defend their property, I assume.
No, we don't.
Dude,
This
you're
is
just gonna
fair.
roll over and give up? How are you
Yeah.
gonna
I don't-
graduate if your teachers are killed? Lamel?
I mean, okay. I still don't think we need to, but we can fight.
Trixie, what are
I-
you doing?
I would like to blow the signal whistle just to try and get some attention.
Let them know
Okay.
that there are invaders, you know?
I guess if we're fighting, I'll chuck a guiding bolt at one of them.
You make fighting sound like it's an absolutely insane thing to do. And it is. I don't know what you would do in this situation at all.
The moths
other
are being
than fight them.
Yeah.
Yeah, moths are being threatened.
Okay.
They're
You
not.
blow the signal whistle. It is heard. Roll your guiding bolt. Angela, let's go.
You don't have to fight. You can just throw your hands up and be like, I'm not with them.
No, I'm gonna fight with
I don't
you
know these
guys.
people.
Yeah, you can. You can absolutely just bail on it and be like, fine, y'all get yourselves killed.
Well, fuck me. Yeah, okay. I'll fuck off, I guess.
That's my turn.
Well, that was your reaction. You get your turn now.
I guess I'll.
Oh yeah, we all had shitty initiative.
Okay, I will
Yep.
chuck another one, I guess.
Which one are you
Okay.
targeting?
The one by Trixie.
Trixie, okay.
What the fuck? I doubt 11 hits.
An 11 will not hit this one.
And then I'll go over to next to Trixie then.
Alright. Nevalier, you can get out onto this main deck area. And that'd be about as far as you could get in your movement to try and get to where you can see people.
Well, I can't fly.
Not
So I'm-
inside.
Yeah, so how far can I? Assuming I ran up the little stairwell, you said I could make it out to like basically the door.
I mean, with your movement, you can get out to about here-ish.
Yeah.
And you would be able to see the one beside Techway from where you are, but it would be ranged. Because he would be around here for you.
Yeah. Okay. Then I. Oh, what do I have? Do I have any good ranged options here?
I mean, you just bought a pistol.
That's true. I'm. Oh, I don't think I'm actually
You're not proficient
super
yet.
good with it. No, I do have a dagger. I'll throw my dagger. That seems like a better plan considering I am proficient with it, and he's probably. This is fine. Fuck it. Just throwing a dagger.
That'll
Hell
hit.
yeah. And damage.
Ooh,
Maxed out. Let's fucking go. D4s.
damn.
Not bad.
Let's go.
Let's fucking go. So can I use my bonus action to use my fucking Crimson Right but I don't have another weapon drawn yet. Can I assumedly draw a short sword and use it on that?
Yeah, pull out.
Free object interaction
Mm-hmm.
to pull out the weapon.
But I had to pull out my dagger and throw
Yeah, I
it.
said I'll allow it.
Oh, okay, cool. Nice. Then I'll pull out a short sword, and I'm going to give myself a little bit of Crimson Bite. Ouch. Let's take that down. Nice. And that will be my turn.
Okay, tech wave. Cody, if you're talking, we can't hear you.
No, is it my turn?
Yes, it's your turn.
Oh, okay. I am going to potentially take an attack of opportunity to move here.
Yep, you'll get one attack of opportunity. That will be... He does not have his long sword drawn, he has his musket. So it will just be him trying to hit you with the butt of this thing. Just roll this way. 11.
That'll miss.
Okay, so you're good.
And then use those special arrows that I purchased. Is that also kind of just like I don't need to...
You just have to tell me at
Which
the time
one?
you're rolling which one you're rolling and that you're rolling it, or that you're using it.
Okay. I'm going to use an elven arrow.
Okay.
I'm also going to cast Ensnaring Strike as a bonus action. And I'm going to try to pop the one that just tried to hit me.
Okay.
So, first attack roll. Damn. Does a 12 hit?
Will just hit.
Hey,
Yay! Okay, so that's max piercing damage, 15 plus 3 from the elven.
Mm-hmm.
So 18 damage, and then the saving throw is strength save.
Strength save. Okay, they're actually kind of decent at that. 14.
I think that'll save. Where do I get that again? My DC?
Are you on a D&D Beyond sheet or on this?
This.
So that'll
Which
be
one?
8 plus your casting modifier plus your proficiency, I think?
Okay, so 8 plus 3 plus... What's our proficiency? 3, so 8 plus 6, so 14.
Okay, so it just passes.
Damn. Okay.
oh,
That's it.
Alright. Trixie.
I will double check anything. Okay, I can use a key point to step of the wind and dash towards this guy, the far guy.
Let me...
And I punch.
Okay. Roll your punch. That will not hit.
Okay, I was about to say, if Trixie crits, I will lose my shit.
That'll be my turn.
Okay.
it's such a small bug by comparison.
This one will... That'll be at disadvantage. This one's just going to pull out a little odd round object out of a pouch and chuck it here which should hit both Nevalier and Tekwe with a force grenade.
Uh-oh.
I didn't know there were grenades. Holy
What are
shit.
those?
Throws a rock. You missed.
So I need a
Explodes.
dexterity save from both of you.
Oh, fuck. I'm actually
I'm
Good
good
at
at
those, I
this.
think.
14.
dex save.
Okay, Tekwe
20.
passes. Tekwe passes, Nevalier does not. On the failed save, you take full damage. On pass, you take half as much.
Mm-hmm.
And let me roll to see if he has more. He does
Am
not.
Am I thrown at all?
No.
Okay.
It's just force damage, so it does not throw you. It just gets over a lot of resistances. And then this one will turn towards Angela. Will pull out his longsword and multi-attack. 1 and 2. Why did it do that? Okay. 14 and 16.
No.
Alright. That does not hit you. And it is Button's turn.
Oh yeah, I'm here too. Anyway, Button's gonna dash.
Mm-hmm.
Button
What
is very
else?
small and is very far away.
Mm-hmm. You'll get up
So
to
can
the
Button
second.
get up the stairs?
Yeah, you'll
Thank
get
you.
up to the second.
Whoop. Up here. Add a movement. Bonus action shillelagh, that's it.
Gotcha. Angela, your turn.
I'll use a bonus action to activate my defensive field, which gives me 5 temp HP.
Okay.
And then I will use my action to attack twice.
Okay, punch, punch.
D6 or D20 plus 6. I know the first one doesn't hit, but 18.
18 will hit.
$11 thunder damage.
And
And it has disadvantage to attack anybody else that's not me.
Okay.
That's right.
Alright. And you're staying there?
Yes.
Okay. Nevalier, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm going to take out a different short sword, and I'm going after the one that would be above me here.
Mm-hmm.
So, this guy who's attacking Trixie, can I... Let's see... Talon Strike. If you fly 20 feet in a straight line and make an unarmed strike... That's a hippo. I don't think the hippo's gonna be too. I think the hippo's gonna be a bit probably stronger than I anticipate. So I'm just gonna go with the 2 swords and just stab him.
Okay.
Fly up and then land behind.
And that'll give you and Trixie advantage.
Let's fucking go. Alright. Primary hand short sword. This one has the crimson right on it. Both of those rolls are bad. A
15 will hit.
Thank God. Let's go.
These things are not particularly
Do one of
heavily
those
armored.
guys. And I'm just gonna roll that. I'm just gonna roll a d6 because I don't know where my blood curse thing is. 1d6 of the damage type is it's lightning damage. There it is. Yeah. So 6 piercing and 6 lightning,
Okay.
and the second attack with my bonus action, I will use a short sword that is not crimson righted.
22 will hit.
And 5 piercing damage.
Okay. Alright, this guy's starting to look kind of rough. They landed thinking they were just gonna scare off a bunch of kids, more or less, and this guy's not wearing armor, just got a big old musket and a big longsword, and now he's just surrounded and seemingly surprised. Tech White, your return.
We are gonna pull out, I think, another elven arrow. Let me. Yes. Another arrow, and this time I will shoot it at the other one. I think my favored foe, I have to wait until I hit it, so we'll start there. So my roll.
Crit. Okay.
Let's go!
Oh,
Techway is a critter too!
Crit bug!
it is
Uh,
crit sects.
crit six. And then
The way of the moth.
I call upon my mystical bond with nature to mark the target as my favorite enemy for 1 minute, or unless I lose concentration. And that's it.
Okay. And you said you were using the elven arrow for that one? Is that what you said?
Yes.
Okay.
So an additional 3 damage.
26 damage. Holy shit.
Boom boom!
Right.
Goddamn.
Let's fucking go.
Trixie, you're falling behind. Gotta make it up.
Okay.
That'll hit.
Man, if you just said okay and then nat 20'd, I have
So much respect for
had a fit.
you. Same.
And, I will flurry of blows.
Okay.
That should do it, right? Single. Yeah, just be 1 extra.
Alright.
No, 2. Okay, I can work 1 more. My bad. There we go.
That'll hit as well.
Goddamn.
I realized I'm level 5, and thus extra attack.
Hell yeah.
That's my turn. Oh, they had advantage. I could crit Fisher.
Might as well.
I'm just gonna roll 4 d20s.
Fuck.
Nope. Almost.
Big sad.
Very close.
Honestly.
How much damage was that?
This guy, now surrounded, very frustrated. He's pummeled from one side by Moth Girl, is being sliced up by Bird Boy on the other side. Not super thrilled. But he is going to
Arrow in his shoulder.
From other
roll
moth
against Trixie. A 23 to hit. And then a 16 to hit with his multi-attack.
The 16 does not, but the 23 does.
Okay. This... Let me double check this. Oh, he's not doing some fuck shit. Okay. 13 damage to you. And then the other one is going to multi-attack against Angela. Which crit? 26. Or, let's see here, 13. 18 total damage to Angela. And that is all they've got right now. Button.
Okay.
Your little legs will take you outside this turn, I think.
Yep. All right, guys, I'm here. I'm here. This ship is very long.
This ship is very big, and I am very small.
I am very small. The ship is very big. Out comes Button, skitter to a fucking skidding to a halt in front of Techway, running at full speed.
Just flavor-wise, I imagine that this moment is very similar to like an elephant that gets scared of a mouse. Like Button comes running out and Techway like jumps.
Giant moth, small robot. All right. Oh man. I'm gonna leave it up to the group. 1 or 2.
Oh god.
The other one's gonna be dead in a turn or two, so come help me with mine.
Okie doke. I have a
Is
question.
one
Z.
is? Oh, sorry.
No. Okay, so the one is getting by Trixie and Nevalier. Those are getting. That one's getting fucked up, right?
Yeah, he looks bad.
Okay, he looks bad. You know what? They've got this, right? I believe in them. How high are these things here?
Just like, are you asking how high up is the next deck, or the sides of
Like
the
the
deck?
gray, the sides of the deck.
Those are essentially fancy railings. So they're like a
Okay.
little above hip height for like standard height people. Taller than
Okay.
you.
I have a question for you, Z.
Yes.
Can I try to yeet him off?
I also thought about
Yes.
that.
You
Yes.
can
Yeah.
Yes.
try.
Yes.
I mean, these are
Okay.
probably very heavy, but
That is true.
But Button is probably just as heavy.
true.
Button is the weight of a sack of flour, so no.
Compact.
Okay, going to cast push pull.
Okay.
So they need to make a strength save.
Okay. So, GIF have an ability called Steady as She Goes, which give them advantage on all saving and ability checks used to try and make them prone or shove them overboard while they're on a ship.
Motherfucker.
What the fu- Exactly that?
Yep.
Motherfucker.
Wow.
So 16
God
plus
damn it.
4, 20.
DC is 16. Damn it, I tried.
It was
Valiant
worth a
effort.
shot.
Alright.
Yeah, just
How
for knowledge for Spelljammer moving forward, GIF are essentially a spelljamming species. They are known for 2 things: spelljammers and guns.
I forgot about. I thought they were just known for guns. And being big. You know what? Can't fault me for trying.
Nope, can't. And if he had rolled worse off on one of them, then you could have still.
Yeah, I could have. Anyway, how's Angela? Oh no, I can't actually. Alright, that's the end of my turn.
Alright. And as you reach out with your magic, trying to shove this guy over. And Angela, you can see a little sway that is not the sway of the ship where Button's magic hits this guy and he kind of like takes a half step forward, but he seems to sink into himself on the ship and doesn't move any more than that. Inside the academy, you can hear the sound of running feet and shouts heading in your direction, but a second later you hear an explosion on the other side of the academy. Angela, it's your turn.
Bonus action, use defensive field for 10 HP. Then action, attack twice.
Okay, punch, punch.
17 and 8.
The 17 will hit.
Dealing 8 thunder damage, and you know the feel by now.
Yup. And he is starting to look a little rough. Nevalier, your turn.
Okay. I am in a pretty good spot. I'm going to use... Actually, no, I'm not going to use my second Crimson Right. This is probably enough damage. I probably got enough here. So I'm just going to rip in with my short swords. So the first one, and
That'll hit.
for 6.
That'll take him down.
A. And wait. Darn it! Short swords can't be thrown, at least not far. Then how far away is this? What's my fly speed again? As a your custom bird? I think it's
60?
50.
50 or 60, yeah. Somewhere in there.
Big enough.
Is there anything that would block me from flying this path?
I'm not seeing a path. You're trying to say.
Oh wait. Oh sorry. Hold on. I need this tool. This way.
No, you'd be agile enough that you just kind of like skirt by the mast in the center.
Nice. Then I'm gonna fly over here and then skid to a halt and use a bonus action and try to stab this guy.
Okay.
14?
That'll hit.
5 piercing.
Damage is damage.
This is twice in a row that the second that the offhand weapon has been minimum, but that's fine. That's okay.
You could crit fish.
Yeah.
I could crit fish. Let's see. Let's see. This is very close.
Very close, but not quite.
Very close, but not quite.
Technically.
No cigar.
Right between the eyes. Getting another elven arrow, and my favorite foe, I just get extra damage, I think. Yes. So, where's weapons? Will a 20 hit?
20 will hit.
Okay, so 10 piercing plus the 3, 13 plus 1d4.
God damn.
17 damage.
Woo.
This
Damn.
guy's really not looking good.
Shit.
Trixie.
Go get him, Trixie.
Well, I'm sorry. Were you done with your turn, Cody?
Yeah? Yes.
Okay. Trixie. He's just
Make
seeing
sure I have
Nevalier
the
slice
movement.
down this guy and then just dart off to the other end of the ship.
Yes. Okay. Trixie will backflip off this railing and zoom over. Zoom. And she comes in. She comes in with a flying kick.
Flight, man. Flight's fucking wild on boats.
Yep.
They both got another thing coming.
They chose the wrong ship.
How do you like them apples?
16 will hit.
And it's advantage.
And
And then I will.
okay, that's
use
2
an unarmed
punches that you just rolled? What I'm
Yes.
saying? Okay. And
I
that will
have
take
one
them down.
more. Oh, okay, cool. Thumbs up.
Do you
Flying kick.
go flying at this guy and I imagine kick him, and then as he's stumbling back, throw a wild haymaker at him. He just hits the deck hard, and you all can turn and see the outline of rushing security heading towards the docks through the doors. And as they start to reach the edge, you hear another explosion from a different part of the academy, and you hear fighting all the way at the top. And barely see the damselfly ship that had dropped these gif off darting around the academy again with 2 other hammerheads in pursuit. But the ship is much faster than they are. And as one of the security skids to a halt on the docks. They kind of look at all of you, process for a second, sees the lumps of these gifts on the deck, and just wave for all of you to get inside, essentially. You get this very rushed, "Are all of you okay?"
I sustained a hit or two, but I'll be fine.
We're good.
And
Nevalier nods.
he nods and kind of finishes ushering all of you in, where another one of the guards seems to be talking into a sending stone with somebody. And they both seem completely and totally confused, and it's just the sound of chaos echoing through the halls and down the stairs. And you hear the other guard say that they have gotten all of you off of the ship and that all of you are uninjured. And there's a pause where somebody is responding. And then they look towards you. And kind of look all of you head to toe. Think all of you can keep handling yourselves?
We'll be fine, yes.
I suppose. Do you have any idea what's happening?
It's too early to tell. There's just chaos on 3-4 different floors now. We've had enemy combatants dropped off and bombs being set off. And then you hear a blaring alarm go over the academy, which already had some of the lights flashing red and blue inside. And you hear an announcement being sent through of all officers being summoned to the sky docks at the very top of the academy. And the guards look at you, and even as you hear the rushing of feet heading towards the top of the academy, you hear and feel the rumbling of something else being set off floor or two below you. And the guard behind all of you that's kind of blocking the exit to the docks and keeping an eye out just lifts his head very slightly. Well, see you guys earn all your badges in your last couple of weeks. Try to go see what that was down below. Just don't get yourselves killed in the process.
Understood. We only have
Nevalier's
one
gonna-
non-flyer among us, right?
What'd you say?
We only have one non-flyer among us.
2. Techway does not
Yes.
fly.
Currently, give me 2 more levels.
I'll take the
Button.
small machine. Somebody else carry the big moss.
Oh.
Well, we could just take the fucking stairs. Like,
Why would we do that? The floor is exactly down, and there's an easy way down.
is there an easy way down? I thought we just heard explosions.
It's gonna be crammed full of people trying to evacuate.
Z.
There's rushing all around. I mean, the hallways are designed to be pretty wide because just the sheer number of people that can be in any one place at any given time. Theoretically, there would be a door or window you could try to get through down below because there are balconies and staircases and pathways that circle the academy. I'll take you back here so that you can see it properly. But you also don't know what has and hasn't been blocked or hit for any reason either. So you guys really don't know either way.
Well, one way to find out.
We could just run, take a quick look.
Yeah, we can do a quick surveillance. 2 of us. 3 of us, actually, huh?
I am such an idiot.
What?
I totally forgot about all my subclass features.
What is your subclass?
Swarmkeeper, so I could have been doing an extra 1d6.
Oh,
You remember now, though.
I remember now, though.
truth. As we are running, Nevalier is going to light up his other short sword, so that he's got 2 lightning swords, and that's going to be another. Let's see, 1d6, 3. So I take 3 points.
Oh, while we're running, can Button summon Toad?
Toad?
Yes, you can summon Toad.
Summon Toad! We're gonna need all the help we can get. Toad's here.
Do this.
All right, frogs up.
Alright.
Alright. So you all are rushing through the academy, heading down towards whatever explosion you heard happening further down. And the hallways and stairs are a mess of people both seeming to be running towards danger and running away from it in just a giant mix. And there's just chaos in every direction. Occasionally you'll see a rushing group of security guards or graduates that seem to be moving with purpose. You figure they have all been assigned to go do something in particular, but you're not quite sure, and they don't stop to explain themselves. And nobody stops to ask where any of you are going. And you keep going down until you start being hit by the smell of smoke and burning. And you are coming out onto the cadet quarters when you smell that. And double check that this is prepped properly. And all of you had been moved to a new, more private dorm, away from the primary big dorm room that all of you started in. It's further away from the stairs. And as you all hit the level of the cadet quarters, look down the hallway, you can see a body laying at the very top of the hall leading down towards your rooms. And ultimately, all of you move towards it with some caution. And you all end up here on these steps. And you see bodies of cadets, a couple of security, and a good handful of people you don't recognize going down the hallway.
Oh.
And you see that one of the rooms, this one in particular, the door has been blasted out. And you remember that's where they were keeping Cricklet for the time being.
Oh no.
He's been liberated.
So all of you can put your tokens up there on the stairs if you would like. To pull this up. And as you're kind of heading down the hallway, you hear voices that you don't recognize, talking very loudly further down the hallway. And then you hear a slightly shaky, nervous voice responding very loudly, not quite making out what they're saying, but you know that it is Micken.
What
Wish
is
to
this
save
thing
the boy.
saying? No, hold up. What's he saying?
You guys can't make it out from there.
Okay. Z, just to double check, all of these bodies are dead, or could cast just spam spare the dying?
You can spam 1 or 2 of them.
I don't have spare the dying. Fuck. I thought I
Oh.
did. No. Taylor had it. Fuck.
Yeah, then I don't think you want to be wasting your spells.
Well, it's a cantrip.
I know, but since you don't have spare
Not
dying, you'd
use
have to
Cure
use Cure Wounds, which would be wasting your
Yeah,
spells.
exactly.
Right.
It's like, fucking, god damn it.
Gonna be an idiot. Gotta go rest to save the boy.
Oh, we don't know the situation, so we'll just move forward. Try to figure out what's going on.
You guys would have to get essentially to the corner to be able to hear him properly.
Okie doke.
Corner.
To the corner!
Lovely.
Key mission!
Fun.
So as you guys start rushing towards the corner, you hear Micken trying, it seems, to argue with the voices that you don't recognize. You hear this very you just let him go. It's why are you even here? You need to let him go now. And you just hear some laughing. And then Micken again, come on, like he's really not that important. Why are you taking him? And then the sound of what seems like metal hitting stone. And a little yelp from Micken.
I guess we continue forward.
Yeah, like charge around. It sounds like he's
Yeah.
not being attacked, but being threatened.
As you turn the corner, you guys end up here. You guys don't get all the way to the door. Stop rushing ahead.
Something's over here, something's
Yeah.
right here.
You
Like-
guys, you see 2 Githyanki warriors holding what seems to be an unconscious Cricklet between them, both with a hand under each arm. And you see a dagger right here, which you assume to be what had hit the stone. And as soon as you turn the corner, you just see a bolt of magic streaking out from the doorway in this direction, going completely wide, hitting a wall. But it seems like they're fighting.
Okay, so these... Is there any way to tell if these guys have a similar uniform to the hippos we saw? I can't remember the
They
name of the
are wearing
hippos.
some of the same colors. GIF.
GIF, not GIF.
Yes, GIFF.
And
these are
These are-
Githyanki.
these are wearing the same colors as the GIF were.
Yes.
Okay.
So if all of you
So-
are bum rushing around the corner, I will need initiatives.
Let's go. Them's fighting words. And nope, you know what? I don't want to go. First ever. You know, it's fine. It's okay, guys. I'll be here.
Tiny angry button face.
Oh, mine's worse.
Oh, Tekwe.
The non-flyers are just like, okay, I guess we're grounded
Equay's
for
out of
now.
breath.
Did yours even roll? It just says initiative mod 4. Wait, I don't know if that's...
My initiative is 5. I have a 5 in dex.
Just roll a d20 and I'll change your thing.
Okay.
Yeah, that looks like it did not calculate it
No wonder.
correctly
I mean,
somehow.
okay, that's still a 10.
That's still a 10.
So okay, that
You're
makes
in the
sense.
same
'cause my
placement,
initiatives
though.
have been really bad.
You're in the same placement, but it makes you feel better.
Okay, do I have everybody in? I do not have an Angela, I don't think.
17.
17.
It's okay, guys. I got a pep talk toad. Ah, man. I miss my text-based characters.
So as you all go bum rushing around the corner and see the last moments of this exchange, this Githyanki looks towards all of you and without a second thought just drops the arm that he had under Cricklet. And you see the three Kreen just kind of sink and sag onto the floor a little bit. And he will go rushing forward, swinging a great sword at Angela. And he will get to do a multi-attack. A crit at a 24 and then a 23.
Yep.
And that'll be... let me... slashing damage. Hee. That's not good. 29 damage from the first one.
Holy shit.
And
Jesus
15
Christ.
damage from the second one. As the blade comes down across Angela, you see it glowing with a strange purple light. And 11
I'm
of
done.
those points from the first one are psychic damage.
I'm done.
Guys, remember we have potions. Unfortunately, I am last in initiative. We have potions. Someone
Neville,
pick up Angela.
Don't
Yeah.
worry. I got you.
Yes. Okay. Am I good to go?
Yes, you're good to go.
Then Nevelier is going to slide up and bonus action drop a potion into Angela's face. I don't know how much that...
No, it takes an
Gives.
action. It takes an action to feed a potion to somebody else. It takes a bonus
That's
action
fine.
to drink it yourself.
This is fine.
Okay, so you're
Um,
using your action to give her a potion.
Yes, and I
Okay.
believe... I can't use my bonus action to swing a sword if I haven't used the attack action, huh? Oh, that's
Go
fine.
ahead. Go ahead and attack.
No, I don't want you to get stabbied. Plus, this is what Nevelier would do because he's the first mate and she is the captain. So he'll drop a potion, and it's 1d4 what?
I think
2d4, right?
it's 2d4
2d4?
plus 4.
9. So
2d4
Eh?
plus 2.
Plus 2?
Yeah.
7.
So,
She
yeah.
is up.
She's
And that's what matters.
Yes.
You can drink her own potion after that.
Then let's see. I have bonus action. I will Hunter's Mark the guy that's right in front of me. Or unless you will allow me to, as a bonus action, use Blood Curse of the Anxious, amplify it, and try to scare him.
Yeah, I'll
With
allow
an
it.
intimidation check, which I'm not good at, but can try.
You can try it.
I will try it. And for this, for amplifying my blood maledict, that's 1d6. So 3. 1, 2, 3. And he has disadvantage on the next wisdom save he makes. And people have advantage to try and intimidate him. So Nevelier will like roll up, drop a potion in Angela's mouth, and then turn around and just like stare death daggers into his eyes.
Is he
And
rolling something?
It does. I don't know. This is purely just like I want to try to make him scared. I don't know if it's gonna do anything. I have no further thought than Nevelier would want to make him not feel safe anymore.
Which maledict were you using again?
It is Blood Curse of the Anxious. Until the end of my next turn.
You amplified it, you said?
Yes, and I amplified it.
Next wisdom saving throw the cursed creature makes.
Yeah, so someone hit him with a wisdom save of some kind and
Okay.
watch him fail, hopefully.
Alright. And that is your turn.
That is my turn.
I don't have any wisdom saves.
Trixie, it is your turn.
Like, you move a little closer for advantage.
Hmm?
I will. If I move here, am I close enough to Angela to hit her?
Yes.
To hit me? Oh yeah, you're a mercy monk. Okay.
Yeah.
She just
Live
really wants you
too.
down, Piper. She wants you gone.
I was like,
traitor arc?
I was like,
I
what?
was about to be like, is there like some abuse of mechanics here that is going way over my head? Is this a next level play? It's like, no, it's literally just what the class does.
Is this the traitor arc?
Yeah, I was like, of all
Just-
people to be a traitor, it's Trixie.
Reaches over, smacks her. Get up.
Is this close enough though?
Yes, it's close enough.
Okay. So, would this also count for flanking?
To flank Angela?
No, for the enemy.
Say you'd have to choose. I'd say you'd have to
I have
choose.
to choose.
Yeah.
Okay.
Smack Angela or flank. She wants to hit her extra hard.
Well, it's because I can use one of my flurry of blows to heal. That's why. So, just trying to get
okay.
damage out.
That's fair, but I do like the idea of flanking Angela to just you gotta get the most out of those heals. Slap the
25
shit
will
out
hit,
of her,
21 will hit.
and then immediately just he's like, I want to say ow, but I feel great.
Then one
I hope you
flurry
didn't
of
just
blows.
awaken something in me.
Oh, my.
One flurry of blow hit for the enemy, and then one healing hand for Angela. Where is it? It didn't roll the thing, it just did the
That's
action.
fine. I healed. I understand.
7 healing.
Yeah, it's a d6 plus. Okay.
Alright. And is that your turn?
I'll move a little further, so we have flanking. But that'll be my turn.
Okay. So, as you move that way, those of you not Trixie, because Trixie's back is towards them, will see Micken pop his head out, see you guys look the other way, and just shoot a spell down the hallway at the other guy. Yeah. That's a 22 to hit for 10 force damage. And this little stat block I'm using right now for Micken doesn't have a lot of things to do, so he just hops back around behind the corner.
Honestly, he is a wizard.
Yeah,
I understand.
wizard strats.
Wizard strat.
And then Angela, it's your turn. You're currently prone, but you are up.
Yeah, Angela steps up. Just going to use a bonus action to activate her defensive field, give her temp HP, and then attack twice. $13 and why am I 13?
13 not hit these. You do see that they are wearing armor of some sort. It's not metal, it's not cloth, it's not anything that you've seen before. It seems to be made out of some, maybe scales of some sort, of something you guys have never encountered before.
Okay.
And
Some Monster Hunter shit.
kinda. It is now this one's turn. And let me check this guy's shit. He will drop Cricklet and come running to flank Trixie. And multi-attack with the greatsword. Okay, that is a 20 to hit.
Yeah, that'll
Does
hit.
a total of 19 damage.
Ugh.
And then a 9 to hit, which I don't think hits you.
Nope.
How much damage?
19 for that one.
Yeah. Damage that sounds like an attack roll.
It is 10 slashing and 9 psychic.
At this point,
Yes, everybody's up.
if I try to shoot oh
Mhm.
boy here, am I gonna have disadvantage because people are in the way?
No, I don't. That is too much to think about, so I don't ever apply that.
Cool.
It's
Great,
only
then I'm
only
gonna-
specifically for cover or not cover.
And I'm gonna shoot it. I will use an elven arrow. Oh, I'm running out of those pretty quickly. I will also bonus action cast. Sorry. Zephyr Strike does what? I'm gonna cast it. So, anyway, I'll figure that out in a moment. I will roll now to hit. Maybe. I don't really like this version of the sheet.
Zephyr Strike, I think you give yourself advantage on like an attack and an extra damage.
Oh, is it advantage on attack? Once per you can give yourself oh, okay, so I do have advantage on the attack. And then it'll deal an extra 1d8 force damage. And my walking speed increases by 30 feet.
A
So I will roll with advantage.
speed all increase.
First roll, second roll.
Oh, you rolled
Okay.
advantage in one, so that was 27 for 15.
Oops. Okay. So there's that.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna do the additional 1d6 from my little moth friends. And then I'll deal the 1d8 from Zephyr. And then
And
I'm
that'll
also
take him down.
let's go.
Let's
So
go.
he just crumbles. Just see all of you sitting there like fucking kicking and punching him, and all of a sudden you just feel and hear the whizzing of arrows just by your heads thudding directly into his chest, and he goes down. Anything you would like to do or move or anything?
This one is alive and up.
Yes.
Okay, and is that the only one we see currently?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll move a little bit closer, like just like a step in front of the frog, and that's it.
Button. It is now your turn.
Hi, I have a question.
Yes. What's his question?
Can I have Frog go first?
Yes.
Okay.
Just across the board for everybody to hear me, if your summons are sharing your turn, well, in general, I'm always going to say your summon shares your turn unless it's a really high CR. and then you have to roll separately for it. And if it's sharing your turn, as long as everything is done in your turn, I don't care what order it happens in, because it just makes it easier and more seamless.
Hell yeah. Hop. Alright. Frog. It's probably gonna hop through Angela and Nevelier and just go after this guy. So just like hop, hop, coming through, hop, hop, attack.
Okay.
25
Will hit.
for 10 damage.
Okay.
Alright, here comes Toad to your rescue, Trixie. And now, damn, okay. I have a question for you, Z.
Yes.
These are the only enemies we can see right now, correct?
Yes.
If I pop off Aura Vitality, would I only be able to use it for whatever round is left, or could I use it out of combat for the minute that we have it?
You can use it for the time range that you have it.
Okay, thank you. So, Button is going to cast Aura of Vitality. And who's more fucked? Angela or Trixie?
Angela, probably.
Angela, 7 HP.
I have 10 HP.
Wait, what?
I have 10 HP.
You have 2 HP.
You heal. You heal.
I told you, I asked who it was, you didn't speak up.
You take the 7 HP, Iris.
Okay, Trixie gets 7 HP, and that's Button's turn.
Okay. This guy is dead. Nevelier, it's your turn.
Okay. Then Nevelier's gonna do some bobbing and weaving. He's gonna scooch over here and slide up behind this dude as best he can.
It's a doorway
And-
that's open because Micken keeps popping in and out, so you can go through it if you want to.
Nice. So he'll slide up just kinda in the doorway, so he's not awkwardly stabbing. And then he will go with... I just realized I should be attacking twice with my primary action
God.
and once with my bonus action.
I was
Huh.
wondering why
How do
you
you
weren't.
go?
That's fine. It's been okay. I'm gonna do that now. So we're gonna
Attack is
attack.
the thing. You're right.
With advantage.
With
Yeah, with
advantage.
advantage.
Okay, so
26
Not a
for
crit.
first one. That'll hit.
second attack.
That won't hit.
13. Yeah. And then here's the first attack. It still has my crimson right. So 1d6 of lightning. So that is a total of 13 damage.
Okay.
And then a bonus action with the other short sword, which also has been crimson righted. No crit, but that's okay. Because he's definitely
Still up.
fine. He's not fine, but he's definitely still up.
He's fucked up, but he's still up.
I'm just fucking poking holes every which way, making this dude aerodynamic as fuck.
The Swiss cheese design.
Alright. Trixie, your turn. And that'll take him down.
Hey!
And as you punch this guy opposite of Nevelier, he also just falls to the ground, and there's a moment of like weird silence, it feels like, even though you can hear the chaos still continuing up above. There's nothing that seems to be happening on your floor. And then you just hear the groan from Cricklet as he shifts where he's laying on the ground. And then Nevelier, you see Micken pop around the side of the rock again. and kind of look one way then the other and look at you. They gone?
Just again nod and be like, they're gone, and then turn around and head towards Cricklet. See if Cricklet is, if there's blood all over the floor. How bad is this bug doing?
He's really
he needs to
bad.
be slapped.
He's
He
really
needs to be
bad.
slapped.
Bring him over here. Oh, because Button has Aura of Vitality up. So Button is gonna like just plant themselves in between Trixie and Angela, and just a golden yellow, a little brown like aura centered on Button is around. And when you step inside, it's a little warmer. Just a little bit.
It's more humid.
It's a little more humid. Perfect environment for fungi to grow. That's neither here nor there. The Button is just like gestures for you to drag Cricklet over.
Are you injured, Micken?
See, Micken didn't go back around the corner once Nevelier's like, they're good, they're done. But he leans his head a little bit further around to like look at you properly, Angela. And you just get this like slight shake of the head. You can see there's a couple of bruises on his like face. It looks like he may have gotten punched at some point, but he just shakes his head like, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay, so the wizard got punched. He's at half health.
Give me a report while we tend to him. Bring him up. Angela will help bring him over.
You said give a report?
Yeah, give her a report of what happened down here. While we
Don't mind
Get that that situation report.
Is this for all of us healing?
Yeah, I just want to get them all out the way so I can allocate them.
I've been doing a fine amount of damage, but I've missed 3 attacks so far.
Yep.
And I don't
Same.
know how to feel about that.
Joe has been gimping himself.
Yep.
By forgetting
Yeah.
about extra
Same.
attack.
Me and
Same.
Cody both.
Bring Cricklet over here, motherfucker.
I can't move his token, but in the spirit I have.
Okay.
There he is.
Everyone's getting the fucking aura.
For
It's
your
just
sanity.
yesterday all over again.
But yeah, whoever wants to grab the healing can grab the healing in the process. But Micken just kind of like see him lean a little bit in the doorway, his hand like tightly clutching the wand and just very still like one way than the other. He's not like just looking at you. He's freaked out trying to watch both ends of the hallway. And he just shakes his head. There was an explosion. And then there's just loud shouting and people like fighting and that. And he like gestures to like where you can see the wonderful little trail of bloody footsteps that all of you dragged down the corner, around the corner.
Yeah.
And they grabbed Cricklet. They were just like, they talked like they knew him, and they just grabbed him and took him, and I didn't think they were supposed to. Were they supposed to? Was I supposed to shoot at them?
You did as good as you could have expected. We need to get Kirklet to safety.
And Micken just like nervously nodding very, very slightly, and as I'm assuming at least one of those numbers is being dumped into Cricklet.
Oh yeah, I'm giving him the last. I'm giving him one of them. I was thinking 4 for Angela, 4 for Trixie, and then 1 for Cricklet.
Okay. So you heal him up a little bit, and he seems to be in a little less pain and slowly coming around to a semi-consciousness. It's very clear that he has been bloodied up. He has been bruised and battered, and like one of his antenna is bent in a direction you're pretty sure it's not supposed to go. But he is alive. And Micken just kind of looks around again. What's like? I heard other explosions. Is like this everywhere?
I don't think anyone knows exactly what's going on, but there's certainly some invasion of some kind.
I think with the fact that they're taking off Cricklet, we can deduce a couple things. Let's move him and hide him amongst the people escaping, I suppose. And after that, we go report.
Keep them with us, like, sure have to be pretty protected.
Yes, but they're likely to come down here again.
But we don't stay down here.
Well, yeah, that's why we're going and evacuating with them. He may be a prisoner of war, but he is still a person. So we should get him to safety.
So where do we go now? Should we finish figuring out what's happening down here? There are more explosions.
I will say, you've not heard any explosions in the last minute or so. You still hear fighting, but there's not been any other big rocking the academy explosions.
Okay.
I think we'll be doing our job by keeping Cricklet safe and away from the GIF. I think that's all we can do at this moment. We can go up and rejoin the fighting. But they might just snap him again at that point.
Is there a place where
Is there a safe place?
yeah, where like maybe the recruits are being ushered to?
The ones that were running, you would all surmise that they were probably rushing towards the dock at the very bottom of the academy. However, there are limited ships there. The safest places in the academy usually are wherever the officers are. However, you do know that the officers were heading towards explosions.
We could take him to like the bridge quarters, or
you would not have access to the bridge quarters. We'll say that because that is
We can't
special.
get in.
Yeah, special access.
what's our access level right now? Are we blue or purple, or blue or red?
We're red.
Red, technically. A lot of places that are like blue, you'd probably be able to get into, simply because there would not be guards posted at those. But purple and gold are ones that you would have to like essentially have special passes and magic in order to access the doors themselves.
How about the gymnasium? They're not gonna think to search the fucking gym.
While we're down here, like, you think Wizpop and your friend are okay? Looking at Button.
Button stiffens.
I mean, we're almost to the storeroom anyways, so, like, couldn't hurt to make sure everything hasn't reached down there, right? We could maybe even hide down there.
You want to hide where the pirates would go to get treasure.
I don't think they're after items, though.
I don't think they're after items either, but well, they're pirates. People make side trips.
They look like mercenaries or something.
At the very least, we could try to resupply down there.
Very well.
But I don't think it would be good to stay. Well, it's somewhere to go in the meantime. I don't think staying here would do us any good.
Okay, I guess let's go there.
We're heading to the store.
Yes, however, who took Iris? What healing did you fucking take? Make up your mind.
I just took the 8 and the 10.
Okay, you took the 8 and the 10. How much did Angela take?
The 4 and the 8.
There's still a lot left over, so
Okay, you know what? I'm
needs
gonna
to be
divvy this
topped off?
up. I'm
Technically
gonna divvy
hasn't
this
been
up.
hit.
Well, I'll
Angela,
take if you're
Trixie.
Is there a need to divvy it up if there's so much healing left? Let's just full heal.
Like, I'm asking, what are Angela and Trixie's healths at?
With the 10 and the 4 token, I'm at 31 out of 48.
Okay.
35 out of 42 with the 8 and the 10.
Okay. You both just fucking.
And I will say Micken's currently at 6 out of 13.
Okay, you know, fuck
Yeah,
it.
see?
Micken heals too.
He was at half health.
Micken gets an 8. Okay. What the fuck?
Basically, the bottom 3 and the top 1 are gone from
So
Angela.
the bottom 3 and the top 1. So you have a
There's
7, a 9,
9,
6,
6,
6,
6, and 6.
Okay, Micken gets a 7.
I just
Cricklet
full
gets a
healed all of
6.
us, basically.
Yeah. And then 9, 6, 6, 6. We'll just top up Angela and Trixie.
Perfect.
Yeah, so Cricklet gets a 6, Micken gets a 7, Angela and Trixie, both of you take the 9, 6, and 6.
Alright. So you all take a moment, gather yourselves, and then start heading towards the storeroom. And you notice as the further you go down in the school, the further and further away the fighting seems to sound. And you all quickly realize that even though there is fighting down here, it sounds like the majority of whoever is attacking landed in the upper decks and in the upper floors and were perhaps trying to make their way down or just kind of like rush in from various balconies, which there are fewer and fewer of the lower you go because it gets closer and closer to the water and they don't want to risk any high storms flooding lower floors. But as you all make your way down towards the storerooms and come out in a stairway and down the hallway, because you would be coming out of the stairway here and going down the hallway to the corner. You hear shouting at first, and then you hear another explosion, but as you all are coming down the hallway towards that corner, immediately after the explosion, you see 2 Githyanki just flying back, being flung down the hallway the opposite of the storeroom. And you kind of peek around the corner, and you see Mr. Blip, essentially, with a rolling cannon
Yeah, let's go.
that is still smoking. And standing behind it, holding the cord, and you see this little copper figure running as fast as he can manage behind Mr. Blip, carrying a cannonball that you're pretty sure is too large for him to actually carry easily. But he's doing his best.
That's perfect. This is a dream team.
Hell yeah.
They seem to be good.
Huh. Oh.
Shout out so that they know it's us and not an enemy.
Friendlies, do not use the cannon.
There's the very distinct sound of like metal shifting, and you realize that Blip did start to turn the cannon in your direction of the sound, and then processed, and then he stopped about halfway in turning the cannon. And you all are able to like step around the corner very slowly, and you just see the mustache wiggle side to side, and he nods and gestures for all of you to come inside the storeroom as Whizpop is actually managing to get all the way up to the cannon. At this point, just rolling the cannonball on the ground. And between the two of them, they start trying to load the cannon again.
Button help, button help.
Much more easy with Button's help.
Button is strong.
Safe to use inside? Never mind.
You ask that, even though you dismiss it. Mr. Blip looks at you and looks down the hallway at the unmoving body of the Gith at the other end of the hallway. Not for them. And then continues loading the cannon.
It's good to see you're both alright. Do you require assistance?
Well, I mean, you are much more capable of moving this than Whizpop is here. Whizpop, you can go get the gunpowder. And Whizpop just goes and starts running for the gunpowder in the sword.
Aside from this, do you require assistance?
And Mr. Blip just kind of like seems in very similar way to what Button does, to just kind of like mimic a gesture of scratching underneath his hat, even though you know that he would not be itchy at all. And just shrugs. I mean, none of them have gotten through yet.
This is actually a decent place to hide him.
Hide
Huh.
who?
I imagine we're like holding Cricklet over our shoulders or something.
And so you like gesture towards Cricklet, and then Blip kind of wheels back and forth for a second, and just lets out a little hum, and nods towards a corner to let you like tell you essentially motion for you to put him down out of the way in the corner. Well, there's a reason why they leave me here down. They trust the storerooms to me. And you hear another set of running footsteps coming from where you look down, and you can kind of see there is probably a hole that has been blown into the side of the academy on the opposite end. And he just waits and waits, and as soon as he sees the Githyanki, pulls the cord, and there's another cannonball just flying down the hallway. And he looks towards Button expectantly.
Button looks at him and look over at the cannonball. Pulls out pen and paper.
Cannonball!
Starts writing.
Cannonball! Now! 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 Now!
Ah. Okay. Button gets the cannonball.
It's like, no, not notes. Big iron thing.
And as you're getting that, you see Whizpop just dragging a big sack of fucking gunpowder from the back rooms towards the cannon.
Button just carrying the cannonball, drops it in front of the cannon, picks it back up, puts it in the thing. How many of these do you have?
How many, what? Cannons? Cannonballs? Sacks of
Well-
gunpowder?
Boom.
I would like to know all of those, actually.
How many boom do you have?
Mr. Blip just like pats the cannon.
Baby can fit so many booms.
He just like pats the cannon. Oh, there's about 6 of them back there. This one's mine though. It's from my old ship. We have, oh no, how many cannonballs do we have left back there, Whizpop? And Whizpop, you see, like, tilts his head slightly, and very much in the, like, running numbers way. I was like, there's about 200 left. And Mr. Blip just nods and looks back towards Button.
So we will not be running out anytime soon. This is good.
He just shakes his head. Why? No, you're not going to run out of cannonballs at Spelljammer Academy.
So, what is the plan? Hole up here and just try to gather forces, or?
Yeah. Make sure Cricket doesn't go anywhere.
Mr.
We're
Blip.
just,
Yes, Iris.
like, we're supposed to protect him and all, but he is also a criminal, so can't just leave him either.
Yeah, that's why we're staying here. We're watching him.
Mr. Blip just nods slightly.
Blip, do you have
Probably
any
for the
handcuffs
best.
in here? Do you have any handcuffs in here?
No, not here. That's generally not
I
something
have
that
a-
we usually try selling to students.
My inventory gives me a set. I don't know if that.
You can have a set if you would like.
Yeah.
Okay, then.
If not, you have to have rope.
Yeah, he would have
then,
rope.
Yeah. Nevalier will produce a set of manacles. They're kind of rudimentary, but I mean they're manacles.
To get the job done.
I'm not gonna ask why you just keep those on you.
It's in my pack.
Secure Cricklet.
From the sounds of it, it seems like the officers up above are having a decent time of it. Or at least from the reports I've been getting here and there. And kind of taps at one of his ears where you see that he seems to have welded in a sending stone to where an ear is supposed to be.
Damn.
Is there an area that could use some more assistance?
And he looks over towards you and just like kind of shrugs. Right now I'd say just keep out of the way. Don't know how much longer they're actually going to take to clear these people out, but at least from what I have heard of your magic, you should have a little bit of healing, and I imagine the infirmary will need all the help it can get here shortly.
We sit tight and we wait for it to pass. Securing the prisoner is probably the best thing we can do.
Okay.
Well, I
will
guess
go to
we
Time
wait.
to hurry up and wait.
Alright. So you all wait in the storeroom, and it takes another 30, 45 minutes. And slowly but surely you hear the sounds of fighting fade. And there's only one more major explosion that rings through the academy during that time. And there's a long pause afterward of just kind of holding your breath. Not sure what's going on, and even Mr. Blip doesn't seem quite to know what's happening. And then the announcements start over the school speakers again. And it's Tarto's voice that you hear over the speakers, ordering people around the academy, of injured to the infirmary, and those that can help the injured to the infirmary, those that are of sailor and above classification, to finish securing the areas where breaches happened. And as she is speaking over the announcements, those close enough to Mr. Blip can see the stone on the side of his head light up, and he kind of tilts his head slightly. And takes a moment, and then you just hear him respond. He's down here. Some of the other cadets brought him in. And as he is speaking, he turns and looks at Cricklet. So you know that whoever was on the other end was asking after Cricklet. And you all can choose to go where you would like to help however you see fit. It takes another little bit for security guards to get all the way down to the storerooms to grab Cricklet and take him to somewhere else that they think is secure enough in the academy for the time being. And the invasion of Spelljammer Academy seems to be over. Those of you that help in the cleanup can very easily find on some of the bodies of the invaders an all too familiar Vocan rune tattooed onto them.
A what tattooed onto them?
Mercan Vocath, sorry.
Oh, okay.
A Mercan rune for Vocath tattooed onto them.
Mm-hmm.
And over the next few days, the academy starts to try and pick itself up, but the unrest has hit and word has now gotten out about the attacks against the academy. And Mert, the founder of the academy, makes the decision that by the end of the next month, he will be stepping down to try and deal with the situation, while Tarto steps up to run the academy fully. However, before he steps down fully as his last act as the head of Spelljammer Academy, he does decide to make sure that those worthy of graduating graduate. And so, about 2.5 weeks after the invasion, all of you are arriving on your graduation day from Spelljammer Academy. Your class is very small, essentially only your crew and one other remaining from all of the students that came in and during that same week. However, all of you have made it, and all of you and the other team have been honored by the Academy as graduating as distinguished sailors. And for that, you are being given several special gifts. The first is a medallion that you can wear should you choose to. Let me get this pulled up properly. Computer, why you do this to me? Okay, Spelljammer. Where did I hide this? This one. I'm sorry, I forgot to pull this one thing up. It's the one tab that I did not pull up ahead of time.
It is okay. The academy was just attacked. I'm sure papers got lost here and there. It's okay.
You all get a medallion that is the Medal of Service to Spelljammer Academy. While you are wearing it, It'll provide a +1 bonus to all charisma saving throws and a bonus to all charisma skill checks when interacting with anybody who is from Spelljammer Academy. Any cadets or sailors or officers who are either currently part of Spelljammer Academy or graduated from Spelljammer Academy.
Huh.
And
Nice.
on top of that, each of you receive a specialty magic item imbued with chips of the adamantine from the meteorite that you took from Hekatha. For Angela, you are gifted what seems to be a very kind of small, well, not too small, but medium-sized steel toolbox that as soon as you touch it, begins to glow with runes. And you receive a artificer's toolbox that you can use to enchant various objects through. And essentially store as many sets of tools as you want inside.
Okay.
For Button, they hand you what looks to be at first just a pile of moss that as you take it and kind of examine it, unfurls into a cloak that is just perfectly sized to you. That will react with your Halo of Spores ability.
Ooh.
For Nevalier, they give you what looks to be a very old and kind of worn wooden box at first. And as you open it inside, you find an amulet that is kind of tarnished at various points, very clearly beaten by age. But it is a amulet for a far space blood hunter.
Ooh.
And Tekwe, they hand you, wrapped in pieces of nice leather, 2 almost pure adamantine metal bracers that will give you accuracy and damage for your shots. And that is Taylor, she is not here. And Trixie. They also hand you a metal box that is pretty hefty when you are first holding it, and as you open it, inside, you find a weapon that you've never really seen before. And it's a pair of meteor hammers.
Nice.
Fucking what? What are those?
What are those?
It's like a heavy weapon on a chain.
Mm-hmm. Cannonball on chain.
Yep.
And
Ooh.
with that, you all are officially now sailors of Spelljammer Academy. With all the rights and privileges and duties therein. That's the end of Spelljammer Academy.
We did it, Reddit.
Nice.
We made it.
Yay!
We're
Looks
fucking
like we
dead.
made it.
Let's go!
Good job, team.
Let's go. I didn't even realize you're having pop-ups. I was writing down the stuffs.
Mm-hmm.
I like the amulet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. Oh, I thought it was a 7-point. That'd be fucking menacing.
Hopefully you all can get use out of these items. Are all of them different? All of them are meant to be useful at low levels, less so later on, because you get other things.
Even the cloak did nothing. I like the aesthetic.
I
Cool
couldn't
coat
find
is
a
cool.
picture that I liked for yours, Angela. I am sorry.
That's okay.
A runic steel box. But all of you have things to play with. You are done with Spelljammer Academy, and officially, should you want to change or tweak your characters, you can do so. Because next time we're jumping into Spelljammer proper.